च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Let us offer our salutations to Sri Ramakrishna, the embodiment of all religions, the Supreme God incarnate. Let us pray to Him to lead us from unreal to real, to lead us from the darkness of ignorance to the light of knowledge, to lead us from death to immortality. Friends, I am very happy to be here to speak about spiritual wisdom. God has provided everything for us. Only we should be able to recognize the glory of God manifesting in infinite ways in the world. So in order to cross over from unreal to real, we have to light the lamp of knowledge to destroy the darkness of ignorance. As long as we are not awakened to the glory of knowledge, we will be always in darkness. As long as we are in darkness, we are in ignorance. So, we have to strive very hard to get ourselves awakened. This is Swami used to say most emphatically, arise awake and stop not till the goal is reached. What a fantastic statement it is. And this famous statement is quoted from most famous Upanishad, Katha Upanishad. So, it's not simply Uttishtata, Jagrata. So, you have to become awakened. And world is a forum which gives you an opportunity to wake up. To wake up from ignorance. We are sleeping in darkness and ignorance. We have to wake up by getting ourselves acquainted with knowledge. So that spiritual knowledge is to be given to every one of us. It's our topmost priority. Since we are not giving any attention to the spiritual values, our life has become miserable and miserable. And there is no end for misery. It goes on increasing. Up to what level? Infinite level. Why infinite? Because everything in God's creation is infinite. Why? God Himself is infinite. That's the mystery. Anything that you take up goes to infinity. Knowledge, infinity. Joy, infinity. So that's why when a person realizes the divine, he becomes totally ecstatic. He cannot contain himself. That's why it's called Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So in that state, he is totally merged in the divine bliss of the God. That's the way. So we are born in this world by the most special grace of God. But we forget it. Don't think we are born in this world to enjoy the world and get away from it. Not like that. God's grace has started from the way how we are born in this world. But we should know that fact. We should know that God is always behind us. He always wants us to come to Him. He is in the position of the mother. And mother is always focused on the children. God's creation is mother's children, God's children. Jagat Mata Pita Dhataham, Shri Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. I am the father and mother of the universe. What more declaration you want? Vasudeva Sarvamiti. The whole thing is Vasudeva himself. How much he has revealed himself in Bhagavad Gita? In very clear terms. That he is none other than Supreme God himself. Still we are so stupid. We don't understand the glory of God. We don't believe in God. We are too much egoistic. So we lose our way. So we are born in this world to rise up. But if we don't live the life properly, instead of rising up, we are falling down. Falling down. Falling down means entering into well of misery. Misery and suffering and suffering and suffering. How much crime, violence is going on nowadays? All over the world is boiling with violence, boiling. Innocent people are killed. Crime rate very high. No police force can control. Police themselves are corrupt. Judges themselves are corrupt. Wherever you put your hand, corruption. That means the whole world is infected with cancer of suffering. So we have to wake up ourselves. Each individual should strive for it. So we should give correction to our view of life. How should we view this world? This world is God's own creation, means you must see the world as most sacred world. And this life is most sacred. Never condemn yourself. So, the world projects itself as your mirror. World is your mirror. The good you find in others is in you also. The faults you find in others are your faults as well. These are the words of spiritual wisdom. After all, to recognize something, you must know. The possibilities you see in others